Hey, we're here with Coach McDonald today. He was just elected into the Illinois High School Football Hall of Fame. And Coach, tell us a little bit about how you found out about the honor.
Well, actually, I received notice in the mail that I had been nominated, and Coach Brett Hefner is the one that actually nominated me. And so that was the first I had heard anything. And then they have a committee, I guess, that goes through all nominations and again through mail, and then I got a phone call saying that I had actually been approved by the committee also.
So let me kind of go over with our audience how many years you've coached football and what it really felt like whenever you heard that you'd received the award.
Well, I've coached 36 years total, all in Effingham. I student taught in Effingham and was an assistant coach with Dan Hine my very first year of student teaching. I got hired there the next year and was an assistant for 10 years, and then as the head football coach at that point in time left, I was given the job, and I held the head job for 23 years. Then I retired, sat out a couple of years, and then decided I kind of missed it, and the last 2 years I've come back and been helping out with the lower levels, freshman level.
So what did it feel like to get the notifications you'd been invited into that family of just all-time great football coaches?
Well, it felt good that somebody would nominate me. You feel a little bit old because I was brought in under the career category. They have different categories. They have a category for active coaches, for career coaches, and even for assistant coaches. And there are different categories that you have to have: years of service, number of wins if you're a head coach. Most of it has to do with how many years you've been at a certain position. So with 20 years as a head coach, and now it's 13 years as an assistant coach, that kind of got me in, and it's a great honor. I mean, around here, I student taught. Jack Klosterman had just retired as a head football coach, and as you know, he's in the Hall of Fame also. So it was kind of neat to bring back a lot of memories about Jack. I'm not a Jack Klosterman by any means as far as football coaching is concerned. He's an icon. The field's named after him for a reason. But it's an honor because it encompasses the whole state. A lot of people are involved with the process, and it makes you feel good that you've been doing something for a long time, and somebody has felt you've done it well enough to honor you in this way.
So how many victories, trips to the playoffs? Just curious, kind of giving our audience a chance to kind of reminisce.
Well, I had 125 victories. I think I was in the playoffs 13 years out of the 23 that was a head coach, and we won 6 conference championships during that time. So we had one season where we completed the regular season as undefeated, which was a nice accomplishment. So, but it's more, to me, it's more about the kids. It wasn't me that got there. It was all the kids that I was able to coach, and all the assistant coaches that went through the system that I had the privilege of coaching with, and you being one of those. I was looking through some pictures and saw a couple of pictures when you were actually on the football staff. So it was kind of nice to reminisce a little bit. And I was at one point in time, I figured out over 23 years as a head coach, I had well over 50 different assistant coaches that worked underneath me, or worked with me, I should say. So I got to thinking and looking at some pictures and things like that, and it was kind of nice. My family had a little reception afterwards, and I got to talk to Tom Fish and Kevin Moore and Terry Riker and Dan Hine, and so it was kind of a neat day for us.
No, it's going to be really hard. Favorite football memory of all time?
Oh, wow. Well, I still remember my very first victory. We had just gone through a couple of years with Mike Hoskins that we had just missed the playoffs, I think, the previous year. We had a lot of kids coming back, and we went up to Bahamut and didn't really know what to expect. And I was the first time head coach and so forth, and we won that game, I think 34-3 or something like that. So that was a pretty cool win. 2 years where I got to coach my two kids, my boys. 1 year, Andy, I think it was the '98 school year. We struggled. We went 2-7, but we were in every game. But it was a real neat experience to be able to coach your kid his senior year. And then my youngest son, Nate, we actually had a pretty good year and made the playoffs. So those are the fondest memories. You reminisce about a few things, but the kids are the ones that make it all worthwhile. And a lot of them aren't kids anymore. A lot of them are grown men that have their own families, and you see some of those people, and it kind of makes you proud of what you've done. I mean, most people don't go into coaching thinking about how many wins they're going to get into a Hall of Fame. They get into it because you enjoy working with the young men that put the time and effort in, and the coaches who put the time and effort in to try to be successful at that level. So those are the things I remember most.
Okay.